As temperatures warm up and summer begins, so does fire season in Central Oregon. We're joined by Jamie Oley from the Deschutes National Forest to discuss fire safety and prevention. What can the community do to stay safe?
It's really a time for folks to be thinking about how they can help prevent those wildfires as we move into the summer season. And there's a few key things that you can think about if you're headed out recreating. The first on your way to your campsite is to really make sure that you've secured your towing chains so that they're not dragging, which can inevitably lead to sparks landing in vegetation. And then once you get out to that campsite, if campfires are allowed where you're headed, please make sure that they're fully extinguished before you leave. That means drown, stir, feel, and it should be cold to the touch before you leave. Unfortunately, we do see a significant number of our wildfires caused by humans, typically around that 80% mark.
We've been seeing a lot of prescribed burns as of late. How does that help prevent?
Over 100 years of fire suppression have led to some areas that have some really overstocked, overvegetated areas. And if we get a wildfire start in those areas, it's a lot harder for our firefighters to navigate that. So what we're doing out there is we come in and we do a suite of restoration. What that looks like is first going through our National Environmental Policy Act planning process, and then on the ground thinning out those trees to return it to historic stand levels, and then doing some mowing and mastication to remove some of that vegetation. And then the final piece is that low intensity prescribed fire. Should we get a start in these areas where we've conducted that work, that fire typically stays on the ground and makes it much easier for our firefighters to engage with it and stop it before it reaches our communities.
For more information, where can our viewers turn?
Yeah, we have a great resource that's both a resource for prescribed burning as well as wildfire season, and that's centraloregonfire.org. I encourage folks to check it out. We have some great resources on there around smoke preparedness, as well as we keep up to date on when and where we're prescribed burning. And again, it also works as a great source of information come wildfire season.
So head on over to centraloregonfire.org for more information on prescribed burns and ways to stay safe this summer.